Hey, Planeswalkers, Mithras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Today we got our first deck for Zendikar Rising. I'm very excited about this one. A top 250 deck. Additionally, a archetype that we have been able to build on from last season. Definitely improved on top of that as well. So before we go ahead and check out this top 250 deck, just want to say thank you as always. Please feel free to support the channel by subscribing down over there. If you like the video, please like it. You can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch to stay up to date on content like this. All right, so what do we have going on? Well, my friends, a very popular deck towards the end of last season. We have a Izzet Tempo deck, also known as Izzet Spells, so pretty excited about this one. This particular deck was piloted by a player by the name of Lilium. Very excited because it's definitely been improved on quite a bit. Additionally, we got good burn in here. Now, it's very fast, very quick. The other thing that I like about it as well is we do have a little bit more counter magic and also some other control with some big flying hitters and also direct damage that we can get in. So let's go ahead and take a look at this list. It is available for you down below in the description, so you have access to it right away. So here's what we got going on. We'll come back and we'll talk about some of the newcomers here in a second, so just hold on tight. And then additionally, I think we are running a fast 20 lands, which is awesome. Now we are playing some of the model lands as well, or modal lands, so very excited to show you that. So what did we pick up here in the Izzet Tempo deck from Zendikar Rising? Well, first off, we have a Spike Field Hazard. So this card is a modal card. What happens here is we can either play it as a land or we can play it as the instant spell that it is. For those of you, I will move my face out of the way so you can actually read it. Here's what we got going on. So it deals 1 damage to any target. If a permanent dealt damage this way would die this turn, we can exile it instead. So a trick here, pro tip, is if our opponents play Euro, and we have this up, we can hit them, so when they sack it, they'll actually go into exile. So something to keep in mind. It's a big play and big thing to remember, and can definitely screw up our opponents to boot as well. All right, so what else? This one I'm very excited about. I'm looking forward to brew around this a little bit more in the future as well. Got some ideas, but Magmatic Chandler. So this is a human wizard. As long as there are 4 more instant and or sorcery cards in our graveyard, we get 3+1, so it becomes a nice beefy 4/4. Additionally, we can tap, discard a card, exile the top 2 cards of our library, then choose one of them, and then we may play that card this turn. So very, very powerful within this shell that we have going on, especially if we get to 2-3 lands. Lots of ways to get rid of things. We also have picked up Royal Eruption. So this card can be kicked for 5 damage, or it does 3 damage. It is sorcery, so keep that in mind, but it is any target. So that is a big play for us. We got our lovely Spirit Sprite Dragon still, and then a lot of cards that we're familiar with already. And then again, everyone's favorite Stormwing from M21. Being able to play this on turn 3 is very powerful. Additionally, again, with that tempo play. The other thing we've picked up is the Lava Glide pathway and River Glide pathway. So a little bit more mana smoothing for us as well. Quickly here, so that is the deck list. If you got questions, comments, please let me know down below. We will go ahead and talk a little bit about the sideboard and then how we would sideboard depending on the matches. And just remember, we have a ever-evolving meta right now, so a lot of these things that we'll have to keep in mind. So we'll want to talk about it in terms of creature-based, control-based, and some of those other things, and then also card-specific to sometimes. So here we got Miscast. So I would play this in the mirror match. I would also play this against some of the ramp decks, and then any of the other decks that are also very spell heavy right now. So this would be a good one. So there is Sultai Control still around. This would be a great one to sideboard in as well there. Next, we have Red Cat Melee. So this is going to be good against any mono red decks. Yes, there are mono red decks. Also great against a mirror match, and then also other decks running Planeswalkers, and then a lot of the other things here that may be running big creatures. Also other decks in terms of some of the mana ramp decks. All right, next we have Cinderclasm. So here's a very important card because this allows us to board wipe a lot of things. So there's a lot of great Selesnya counter type decks. You're going to want to absolutely run this as well to keep those things off the board. The cleric that every combat puts a 1/1 counter. You're going to want to have things around like this to help you slow that down. Additionally, with the shocks and the spike fields there to kind of work hand in hand. Additionally, anyone that is running other things to get mana like Cobra, those kinds of things as well, this could help. And then any kind of go wide decks that are going to be token based decks. So cleric decks as well, this will be a good one for. Ember's Shieldbreaker. So we do see Teamer Clover still. There is an updated version, Adventures, whatever you want to call it. This is going to be the one that you're going to want to sideboard in there. Additionally, any other artifact decks that you might be running into, you're going to play Ember's Shieldbreaker. Next, we have Mystical Dispute, so we already got main board. I'd play this against anything running blue, to be honest, and then also Mirror Match, and then Sultai Control still around, and then any of the anything running blue as well. It could give you a good opportunity. Next, we got Ox of Agonis. So I've seen this before in Izzet. I'm glad it's back in this particular deck. So this creature, when Ox enters the battlefield, we get to discard our hand, then draw 3 cards. So this is a big piece for us, and then we can exile 8 other cards, then escapes with a +1/+1 counter on it. So very good for fill here, and also a big body. So where would I play this one? You know, honestly, it's a good one to sideboard in some of the later game matches as well, just in case you begin to run out of juice, because we only have draw here and here. We don't have as much, in my opinion, that was in the older version as well, so that's something you can keep in mind. But Ox really gives us a lot of pull. You're also going to want to play this against big creature decks. This is going to help you block and those kinds of things as well, but then really get that refill. Where would I side? So in terms of some of these decks now, where would I side? I would begin to look at some of the lands. So we are running 24 here technically. You could easily pop in another land and switch out Ox. You could always pull out a spike field if you're a little bit worried over here. Additionally, you may want to take out 1 royal. Those are some good spots. And then, excuse me, next, where I would consider some of the other boarding opportunities for us, as I mentioned, mirror matches. You may want to get rid of things like Crash Through, because if they're not creature heavy, that's not going to really matter. But again, on the flying and the draw, that could be a piece for you there. And then Red Cat Melee, Cinderclasm, more creature-based decks, I would throw Ox in there as well. You can then begin to look in this space, Crash Through, additionally maybe go 1 Magmatic Chandler, Royal Scions, or even flip out some of the lands like I said. And then next, Ember's Shieldbreaker, absolutely get the 3 in here. And then what I would probably take out again is Crash Through and start in that spot. So there gives you a good general overview of some of the different decks we're going to face. Excited to jump into the Mythic matches here for you today. I did, prior to obviously this video, was back in the top like 300-400, so I was pretty excited about that. And then too much going on, but I'm glad to get you this video out, and hopefully this will be a great starting deck for you to kind of shift into the new Zendikar Rising, and not terrible in terms of craft fodder as well. All right, Planeswalkers, let's go ahead and jump into some Mythic matches here. I'm going to play 2 best of 1 and then best of 3, and then you'll get to see how I sideboard. Questions, comments, please let me know. As you can see, I'm starting to pull a lot of these decks together for you. All right, so let us jump into traditional standard ranked. Let's go find standard ranked. Let's grab our deck, because all my decks are gone, with our top 250 by Lilium. All right, Planeswalkers, quickly, as always, just want to say thank you. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. If you like the video, please like it. You can also follow me on Twitter and Twitch as well, and like me on Facebook. And then if you have questions or comments, please let me know down below. All right, so this is a pretty interesting starting hand for us. It's not as fast, but I am going to hang on to it for now. So we are going to have a few things here, so we'll keep that. We get a look. And first, I will keep that. So these are all going to be those lovely tap lands anyway. We have an instant cast, so let's hang on to that. We'll hang on to that. Well, we don't have to worry about the damage as much anymore. And I'm saying that because they don't have the draw. We'll see if he keeps them. Alright. I didn't mean to put the stop there. Alright, 2 burns with 1 stone maybe? Maybe. That we'll keep opt. We're gonna get a real nice big magmatic Chandler here. I am going to take the bone off.
Clean victories.
A bit of style doesn't hurt. You will not block our noble path.
Lethal right now. Alright, stay blocked. We got it. Boom! Izzet Tempo taking down Mono Red. Back into the top 1200 there. Alright, on to our next match. Great way to start out here. So in that one, I would have pulled in, I would have pulled in red cap, I would have pulled in the other burn. The board wipe would have took all that stuff off. We could have waited a little bit and held on to some of our other burn. So I will keep this. If they play Cobra, it's gonna go. I'll leave that for now. I can live with that.
By your side, I am always ready.
Not gonna do that. We will do this.
There is no virtue without bravery.
Ah, gruul. Here it is.
Stay away from my brother.
Let us plan for the trials ahead.
Take that off the board. So as long as they don't drop that guy. Ah, knew that was coming, huh? Good old questing beast.
Retreat is a valid strategy.
Well, view battlefield takes 5. It's not enough. Lot to get it off. If we would have went to the face, could have actually been close to lethal there, because that would have been 5. It would have been at 4. So that might have been a slight misplay on my end there. Now if he makes his guy bigger. So something we can at least deal with. So we have lethal next turn. If he doesn't remove, and he doesn't have cleave. If they have cleave, we're dead, which he probably does at this pace. So if we would have went to the face, instead of killing the beast, we actually would have had game there. So something to keep in mind. I was keeping him off because of the fights, and didn't work out. All right, on to our third match here. Lessons learned. We will go into our traditional standard ranks with our Izzet Tempo. All right, Viconius. All right, we will keep this. Now, whenever a land enters the battlefield our opponent's control, good thing we're not doubling up on lands. So, best play that we could do here. There we go. What do we want? Let's do another red. We'll keep royal, do that. Works. Got a nice game of bounce going on here. So this is the deck where we can play the board wiper, like I said, on the cobras. So we will do this. Do that. We have lethal next turn. So the question is, do they have B6? Do they have... Ugin is what I'm worried about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is an Ugin play right here. No. So that's where we can hit him with Spike. Not enough in the yard yet. Oh, we're good. I was bumping into full control there. Alright, so we are going to want to run another mystical. And I also do like Cinderclasm. We'll dump Crash through. I'm gonna pull in one Ox. I'm gonna dump one Royal. And then let us get rid of one land here. We're running more red. There we go. Alright. That is what I like. We could go another one though. I might do that. We're gonna get real heavy on the mana. Oops. Get real risky. There we go. So we sideboarded in more for the Cobras. A little bit more control. See how it goes. Not the worst start. Not the best start. All right. Well, we'll take it then. We have at least a turn. Get rid of that. There we go. We will be definitely hitting the Cobra. Let's see, need 4 or more.
Greatest virtue.
Aye, with the knowledge to direct it. I will learn what nobody yet knows.
Let's see if we can make this work.
Foolish coward.
No dice. But we'll hit this guy. Boom! There's the pro tip. Like I said, let us do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh!
I enjoy the proper application of knowledge. My thoughts were too frozen to win.
Alright, we're gonna go to the next game. We're not coming back from that. It's a bummer, bummer, bummer. Let's think about some of the sideboard more. So that worked out well. We're gonna want to run these now. More counter. Let us drop the crash throughs. The lands we were fine. We could consider that. Drop one. I like the spike field. Drop one shock. What's that put us at? There we go. Let's do that. Well, how many lands is that? 18 plus those. I might go one more shock. That's fine. Alright. So miscast in the board, more Ox in the board. Viconius. And we'll play first. And we got plenty here. We'll keep this. Land. Nope. Nope. Oh, we could draw that. I think they're gonna have a slip. And yeah. We will put that on. This one we will slip. Three. Don't want to put that one on yet. But I'm gonna do that. All right, let's see here. So we left this so I can pull off Ox and look at the next two. Could have done that main too, but we'll see. Viconius it is. Uh-oh. Land's not looking good. I'll take it though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now when we cast this Cinderclasm, it should put a counter on Dorat first as well. But we'll wait here. Gonna do that now. Uh-oh. We may have gotten away with this, but we'll see. Anyway, that's the sideboard there in terms of how I would play against this ramp deck, Simic ramp. So they're probably running Ugin as well. Miscast is not going to hit that though. We're going to need to make sure we have our full control. The other recommendation that I would make in terms of this sideboard is you could actually put in some other counters, more so in terms of hard counter when you run up against some of these more ramp decks like this as well, because this will not be the first one. Obviously that will hit. All right, Planeswalkers, here we go. And we know that they're probably upset because they did not hit a green land, and I would beat as well. So with that said, if we do pull this off, we'll be good. Well, we beat mono red first game, second game we lost to Gruul, made the misplay in terms of not going to the face. I think if we go back and look at that, we probably would have had game for two reasons. One, the ooze would not have got as much life back, and two, we would have dealt enough damage to make that game. But as I said, I was more concerned in terms of worrying about the particular fight cards. So all right, I apologize for this slow match. Obviously this person was not so happy. We did split. It was a good match for sure for the first two. You guys got to see how I boarded, so very excited about that. Lots of cool plays. We got to see all the interactions and back into the top 1,000. All right, Planeswalkers, we're going to go ahead and take a look again at the deck. If you got questions, comments, let me know down below. Definitely in a great position there for the last match, so we'll take that. We'll call it a day because it's been a while since I pumped one of these videos out for you, and I apologize. And let's go ahead and take a look at the Izzet Tempo deck. All right, Planeswalkers, here's what we got going on once again. If you got questions or comments, please let me know down below. We picked up a lot of great cards from Zendikar Rising, Spikefield, we got Magmatic Chandler, we got Royal, lots of good things. And then in the sideboard, we added Cinderclasm, which is a wonderful board wipe. All right, Planeswalkers, questions, comments, let me know down below. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. I always appreciate the support. Additionally, if you like the video, please like it. And last, you can also follow me on Twitter and Twitch. All right, Planeswalkers, we'll see you soon. You stay safe. Awesome top 250 deck by Lilium. Love it, love it, love it. I hope you guys enjoy it. A great bridge deck for us coming out of pre-Zendikar Rising. Lots of fun things, and definitely got way better. All right, Planeswalkers, We'll see you again soon. Stay safe, take care, and don't forget to ping the Euros with the spike field. Works well. All right, Mithras out.